kind of give me a little bit of an overview of how you guys are implementing equine salt therapy.
Yeah, we're going to, I have farms I go to that I treat horses, and then I go to barrel races. I did take our unit down to the track, but the trailer I have it set up in is not ideal for those kinds of horses. So that's something that, you know, we just didn't set it up in the correct kind of trailer. So anyway, but I go to farms and I'll put horses in. I treat 2 horses at a time or 1 at a time. They seem to do better 2 at a time because they're, you know, obviously have another horse in there. And yeah, so that's mostly what I do. And I do have horses that haul in and do the therapy as well.
And when you're doing it in terms of at the farms, tell us what kind of environment, how are you going about implementing it with the salt effect halo generator?
Well, I have it set up in a horse trailer. So I set it up so the unit is actually in the tack room, and then but it's dispersing it into the trailer, and then I have the trailer sealed. So it's a great way to implement the therapy. However, you know, it's a little bit limiting as far as like the thoroughbreds, because the thoroughbreds are bigger horses. They get a little anxious. They're just different kinds. So that's why we thought at the track would be better suited in a stall.
Yeah, you're talking about Santa Anita?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. As you probably know, we've actually installed our equipment in several stalls where we've actually made an equine salt room.
Right. Which would be ideal down there.
Yes. And as you can imagine, when you can control the environment and the conditions of it, you know, you don't have some of the challenges that you may do in a trailer. Although to your point, it works really great in trailers, and we've been doing trailers, as you know, our equipment's been utilized in trailers. And it seems that there is a direction where this is kind of going into.
Right. It's convenient. The problem with the trailers is they move when the horses move, and some of them have a lot of anxiety. And, you know, of course, obviously you need to keep it really clean. They also get hot. So you have to have air conditioning unit, which I've set up in the front of the trailer. But when you have 2 horses in there, sometimes it still gets really warm. So it's those are the challenges with doing it in the trailer, where I think with a stall, you can set it up, you can keep it cleaner. The horses are more comfortable. If anything happens, you can just open the door, walk them, you know, they can walk right out. Those kinds of things, I think, is a lot better for a stall. Yeah.
Although we've been working, as you know, Carlo, with his thoroughbred and the race horses, that we did a stall for him here down in South Florida. And he's actually has a new trailer that he has up near Churchill Downs.
Oh, okay.
And we've put in our salt effect halo generator and put in conditioned airspace, both in the tack room, the dressing room, up front area. And then it's the halo generator sucks in that conditioned air along with the salt particles and disperses it into the trailer for the horses that are inside.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so when you have it in the upfront part, you put it sucks it in and then pushes it into with the salt particles. So if you have the AC up in the front area, it does make a difference for that as well.
Right, that's how we have it set up too. The actual halo, the generators in the tack room, but it blows into and that way it keeps it clean. I mean, we have an issue with the heat, but you guys with the humidity has got to be much harder than because we don't have that humidity. So we don't have to worry about treating the salt as much. The salt stays pretty dry. I know, you know, even here in the morning, sometimes if there's a mist, the salt, you know, gets stuck in the unit. So I just use a crock pot or a microwave.
Right. Yeah, that's what we tell people, you know, when they're doing human salt rooms, to have a crock pot nearby, because even in a conditioned airspace, you have the tendency to have some levels of humidity, and this salt is so pure that any moisture gets sucked into it, and so that is something that you have to be concerned with.
Exactly.
So-
But it's manageable. You just have to know how to handle it.
Yeah, very good.